So it has been a crazy day. If you guys don't know, today was Charlie Kirk's memorial service. Now, surprisingly enough, there's a ton of well, I wouldn't say too much, but there's a good amount of backlash, surprisingly enough, from the left, obviously. Rarely from the, I guess, MAGA movements, but some crazy stuff has been going on, and yeah, let's talk about it. So, if it's your first time here, and if you want to see my other content, I do have wrestling content for Instagram right here. Not really wrestling content, I'd say like, I guess Disney slash wrestling content. I like to do a lot of those memes. I do also have a YouTube page specifically for my stuff as well, and that's growing pretty significantly. Thank you for everyone. So if you want to check that out, make sure you subscribe over there for more wrestling content. And of course, this is where all my memes at, so you can definitely check this out. I think they're kind of funny, and obviously there's a little bit of political content I slowly throw in there, but you can definitely check that out. So we'll go straight talking about Erica, which is Charlie Kirk's wife, and she actually said something a lot of people can't do. Especially someone like me, I wouldn't be able to if something would have happened, God forbid. But forgiving the unalivers. So let's watch this clip real quickly. So this is pretty powerful.
That young man. On the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Now, I can imagine how hard that truly is, especially like actually forgiving someone for unaliving their husband or wife. That's pretty huge. Now, saying out loud, especially in front of people, is also really hard. Now, I think that in the day, though, I think the guy is still probably gonna get punishment. That's just how it is. I think the punishment is still gonna be there, whether it is a firing squad or whatever they're gonna do. But he's definitely most likely getting the death penalty for sure. So yeah, I guess you could forgive him before he goes, right? But no, that's a pretty tough thing to do, and I think that's a very good example of a. Especially, I guess overall from her as a Christian. I've been Christian my whole life, so like technically I kind of know how it all works. But a lot of times when we'll say, forgive your enemies, but a lot of people can't do that. It's really tough when it's actually in front of you, right? Even for me to this day, fuck, I don't remember who to forgive, so I gotta check what I'm doing for the most part. But so. Honestly, an amazing speech from Erica. I think she's going to be a huge inspiration for a lot of women, and as well as for the conservative movement as well. And I believe she is now the CEO for Turning Point. So it's going to be pretty crazy. Funny part is that everyone's like really upset, ironically enough. Like, I think the majority of them are obviously positive, but a lot of them are just, I don't know why. Like, everyone's so mad about the whole thing. Like, everyone thinks like she's like I think they're calling her a Nazi or something like that. It's just insane what these people, how far they would go. That's probably not it. But here's an example, right? So this is coming from Destiny of all people. I mean, I don't understand Destiny's logic. Like, he just says some really dumb things. And funny enough, I met this guy a long time ago, Destiny, so I kind of have an idea how he is, but man, he's ridiculous. He's so silly. So he says this Charlie Kirk memorial is a indescribable. I can't even read that word. Discriminable. I don't want to read that word. Whatever. From a Nazi rally, and F anyone who wants to pretend it's not. What does that even mean? Why can they not have a memorial? You're calling it a Nazi rally. How does that make any sense? Now, this Chibi Reviews actually posting this, saying those upset that so many attended a memorial service today are evil, and they wonder why there's massive pushback against them worldwide. Edit, for context, you have a content creator like Destiny calling a memorial service a Nazi rally. Gee, I wonder why. That's crazy. Gee, I wonder why we don't like your ideologies half the time. Because you say dumb stuff like this. Like you're calling it fascist, Nazi, like these words and terms are so dumbed down now. Like, it's hilarious. Like, people will still tell me that, like, oh yeah, well, he was a Nazi fascist. I don't even take it seriously anymore. It's literally like I mentioned this a lot. It's the boy who cried wolf. You keep saying it enough, we're just not gonna care. And that's literally what's happening here. It's ridiculous what these people are saying. And I believe I saw a pretty funny post. Let me see if I can find it here. That was funny. But we'll get to this, by the way. We'll get to that. I believe there's something that I needed to find in here. It was basically someone was just I forgot what it was. Let me go find it real quickly. And by the way, this is the same guy that actually recently got demonetized on YouTube, so I kind of go figure he's probably just going all out saying dumb stuff because he can at this point. But he also posted this. He compared Trump's photo to Hitler. It's like they're going so far to be able to compare everything to small things like that. It's ridiculous. Like, this is just insane. Like, are you freaking kidding me, right? It's like, okay, so let's say this. So Hitler is a vegan, so does that mean all vegans are Nazis? Or, hey, by the way, Hitler had a dog, so all dog owners are Nazis? It's just, the logic behind this is so dumb, and obviously I commented, because, I was really, really just kind of just like, this is so dumb. I was like, thank you, Destiny, for posting that. I was independent, now I'm thinking about officially Republican after your post. I just thought it was a funny joke. I don't really care, to be honest, but anyway, I care enough to comment, apparently. And then people are going like, oh, by the way, Obama's speaking in front of people. Oh my god, must be a Nazi. Oh, Joe Biden and Hitler, oh, they're doing the same pose. It's crazy how these far people would go. And I thought a really funny comment too. I saw someone post, they were saying by the way, it's like, oh yeah, I forgive the person. By the way, I was quoted by Hitler. It's like these people are just so ridiculous saying all these dumb things. And so let's get to the next part. I thought that was really, really crazy. So yeah, as you can see here, Elon and Trump are, I don't know why I'm not even following. Elon and Trump are friends again, I guess. I thought this was funny. Kaguya's top gal was really funny about this. Hayasaka saying, sorry for not calling you a drag addict. Sorry for not calling you a pedo. I thought it was really funny. This is a really funny meme. Kind of needed it for today. That's hilarious. So, it looks like Elon and Trump might be friends again. If you guys don't know, they have this whole thing, where they're like kind of hating each other. And, Elon was saying that Trump was on the Epstein list. And if he is, then sure, I don't care. Like, anyone on the list, I'm not for it. So yeah, if you're on the list, you're going to jail too. There you go. Boom. I said it. There you go. So even if Trump's on the list, great. I'm all for it. I don't care, right? So anyways, with that whole thing. So it looks like Elon also posted the saying for Charlie. So it looks like they're going to be friends again. And honestly, I'll be honest, I don't think anyone bought it. I think everyone thought they were faking. I'm pretty sure they were faking this whole thing. I guarantee you they were. They're never going to tell us that, but they definitely will. Like, yeah, I don't think this is going to be a thing. Anyway, Charlie Kirk goes like, well, this was a post a while back saying, President Trump built this movement over 10 years ago. His supporters are not going anywhere. I hope Elon and Trump reconcile and do so privately. It would be good for the country and the world if they do. Well, guess what? Charlie Kirk, because of his passed away, it looks like this is what it took to, bring them together. So this would be interesting. I love the memes. The memes are so funny. This is so good. I love it. So as you can see here, it looks like they're already kind of music. So like you can see they've been talking. Is that Dana White? I think it's Dana White. It's always Dana White. So yeah, basically they got together, shook hands and stuff, and looks like they're still friends for the most part. But we'll see. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know anything about this. They could be plotting something, or maybe they're probably saying like, guess what? We tricked everyone here, didn't we? So that could be a thing too. It'd be kind of funny if that was actually the case. But who knows? Anyways, so that happened. So that's pretty crazy stuff. So we're gonna see a lot of things in these few days. And I think the one thing I kind of realized is that a lot of people are waking up to this stuff, and a lot of them are just being able to be more vocal. I've actually got a lot of messages from a few followers saying like, hey, I really like your post. I'm glad you're able to share this, because if it was me, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm like, well, that's what I'm here for, right? Because at the end of the day, for me, I'll be totally honest, I don't really care. Like, I like to share whatever I want to share, and if you're not for it, then it's okay. I have friends that don't agree with me either, but I don't go on and say, hey, by the way, I fucking hate you, I don't agree with you. I just go, scroll through it and move on. I think that's the biggest thing you can do, is just move on and not really care. So anyways, I'm just glad I'm just glad that the memorial was a success. And if you notice, they also had bulletproof glass, because obviously these few days, like, a lot of the, I guess you could say, the left have been obviously resorting to violence, you can see. So why do you think they need to have this stuff, right? So anyways, it's pretty crazy, but let me know in the comments what you think about all this. I think this is great that I have this. I'm kind of excited to see what's going on in the future with this, especially with Trump and Elon, see how that goes. I don't know. We'll see if Tesla's gonna get burned again, because now they're friends again. So we'll see how that goes. But let me know in the comments and see you next video. Peace.